Hi, I'm Dan Chambers of Chambers Law Firm. This is part 4 in a longer series that we are doing that I've called The Anatomy of a Criminal Case. And a lot of it revolves around strategic issues in your case, how to approach the case from a strategic standpoint, and some of the milestone events in the case, and how they should be handled. Now let me just take a minute to say that whether you hire Chambers Law Firm or not, these are steps that any criminal defense attorney that is truly trying to protect your interests should be taking. So, whether it's me or somebody else, make sure that these steps are being taken and make sure you talk to that attorney about these steps and what they're doing proactively in each phase. Now, just a brief recap. In the first episode, we talked about the importance of the initial client meeting. The second one, we talked about the importance of a crime scene visit. And then we talked about the importance of pulling the law, the jury instructions, to guide how the case can be approached. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the importance of reviewing the discovery or the evidence in your case. Now, I'm going to assume at this point in the series of videos that you've been to court, you've been to what's called your arraignment, and you've entered your not guilty plea. At that time, your attorney is going to get the initial evidence against you, typically police reports, maybe there's some body-worn camera footage, maybe there's an autopsy report if it's a murder, but you're going to be given a set of documents and digital media that serves as the initial discovery in your case. In this episode, I want to stress the importance of immediately reviewing that discovery. And there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, and most importantly, you're going to find out what you have not been given yet. Let me give you an example. Typically in a murder case, there's a lot of paper that gets generated. Lots of reports, lots of follow-up, search warrants that have been served, and there's a lot of information gathering going on. So typically at the first court appearance in a murder case, I only get a tiny sliver of the discovery that's been made available so far. There's going to be a lot missing. When you start reading it, you're going to say, oh, Officer Jones wrote a report. Here at the end it says he was wearing his body-worn camera. Okay, I need to ask for that. Oh, Detective Smith said that he served a search warrant on this house. I don't have a copy of the search warrant. That initial review is important because you're going to be going through a checklist of, I'm missing this, I'm missing this, I'm missing all these items. And it's important because now you know the universe of material out there that you have not been provided yet. Now let me be clear. Most prosecutors are not doing that on purpose. It's just that it is such a rapidly evolving investigation and case that even they don't have all the data sometimes and they have to wait for it. So typically it's not something that they're trying to do because they're shady. It's just because their detectives haven't caught up yet with the workflow to get the information to the defense attorney. But it should be immediately reviewed to see what you're missing. The second important reason is that we can then compare what is in the reports with what you have told us happened on that case. And we can start working on what are the factual differences between what the police are saying and what you've told us in the defense of your case. The final reason, or another reason, it's vitally important to review this material immediately, is that sometimes police reports are more interesting for what is not in them. What has the police officer left out? Are there witnesses that were there that you told us about whose names don't appear in that report? Because you know what? That's a big red flag for me. One of the first things I look at is, okay, who are the witnesses that you've told us were there that the police did not speak to? That tells me I probably want to speak to them. So the final thing is to kind of cross-reference and figure out who is mentioned in there or what evidence that you provided us that the police have kept out of the reports, whether it's intentional or not. So it's vitally important, get on the discovery early, break it down, read it thoroughly, and make sure that we understand what the basic framework of your case is. Thank you.